Is President Erdogan. He says if the European Union does not give Turkish citizens visa-free access to Europe, as previously promised, he could let 3 million migrants loose on Europe. Walid Phares is with us. He is Donald Trump's foreign policy advisor. Walid, that is a serious threat. They've got enormous leverage and they could do serious damage to Europe, couldn't they?
Look, this is not the first time, but this is the first time the threat is made official. I mean, I have been to the European Parliament. We spoke about it. They came to Congress a few weeks ago. You cannot play with millions of refugees in political gambling and getting visas. I mean, Lebanon has, Jordan has millions. They don't do it. And besides, the Europeans are not going to accept that, especially after the events in Turkey and especially after what they saw happening in terms of urban clashes in Europe. But having said that, there is a point here. These refugees should go home, not loose over the Aegeans into Europe. And there is a part of Syria that is now free. This is where the international community, the U.S. administration, everybody should be focusing on bringing those refugees home and backing them there.
But I mean, what happens if Erdogan does fulfill his threat and just says, you leave, 3 million of you, go that way to Europe? That's huge.
That'll be chaos. You know, imagine them going millions through the Aegeans, again through the Balkans. I don't think it's going to happen. I think he's trying to use them to get something. But I don't think the Europeans at this point in time are interested in this.
No,
they would be interested in bringing the refugees back home to Syria. Yes, that I can guarantee.
But there's no way the Europeans would grant free access to 70 million Turks. Come on over to Europe visa-free. That's never going to happen, is it? I mean, at this point, certainly not.
No, that's a different story. That's in long-term negotiations, not at this point in time in the middle of a crisis. That would be a wrong move to do.
Would you stay there for a second?